my husband, but we cannot continue to go through with the way things have been going. It can't stay like this. It has to stop. We need to get some help.
Did you tell your son, I don't know if I'm really your biological father?
He overheard it.
Did you feel that that was appropriate?
Oh, no, that hurt me. I broke down. That killed me. That I would have to put that kid through this over something like this.
Have you showed your son video of you guys arguing?
No, not that I'm aware of. He may have seen it going on the computer or anything, but I didn't just bring up a video.
I can't help the situation.
No, I can't remember just sitting down and showing him a video of what was going on. He saw all his videotaping around the house.
Well, he stars in a lot of them. You have told him that you trick his mother, right?
Yes.
Do you tell your son about money problems?
He hears it. It don't have to just go directly to him. He hears it.
Did he grow up believing that his dad would kill his mother?
Yes, he did.
How did you get that idea?
By her saying these accusations in front of him on the phone all these years I was out working.
I was on the phone with someone and I was telling him, yeah, if I did that, Mike would kill me. He overheard me.
But what do you think
that.
a kid takes out of that when he's a little kid and he hears it all his life to this age, Cindy? What do you think a kid will take from that?
And say, your
you have no idea. And this is all turning on me. You have no idea. You have no idea.
What do you mean this is all turning on you?
This is the manipulation I've lived with all my life and blame myself.
Yeah. How do you think this interview's going?
Not good right now.
What would you say is wrong with this interview?
What's wrong with this interview is I'm angry, and it's what I showed the last 2 years.
Do you think that she and I are conspiring against you?
No, sir. No, I don't believe that. That's why I came to you. I want to hear it from your face.
Yeah, well, I got plenty to say. So how does their son Stephen feel about all this? Has Mike completely alienated Cindy away from her child? I would actually like to speak to this young man. He's here. He's in the green room. He hasn't been hearing any of this, of course, because unlike his father, I don't think you involve children in adult issues. So I've had him sitting back there, but I'm very, very troubled by hearing this child scream at his mother. And so I would like to go back and chat with him for a minute. Do I have your permission to do so? Do I have your permission to do so? Okay. Bones, let's remove Cindy from stage. You can just take her right back there because I just don't want Mike yelling at her while I'm gone. I'm going to go back and chat with him, and you'll be able to see that because we're going to swing this plasma around so you can see this, and all of you in the audience are going to have the opportunity to see it as well. I just didn't want to bring him out here because I don't think you do that with children, certainly in this situation. I'm going to go back and chat with him, and then after that, I'm going to come back out and tell you what I think needs to happen in this situation, okay? So I'll head back. Mike and Cindy admit to putting their 12-year-old son right in the middle of their fights. Right now, their son is living with Mike and refuses to talk to Cindy. Take a look.
Our 12-year-old son is caught in the middle of all of our marital problems.
You pushing on me?
Push that down.
See what she putting this kid through?
Mike has brainwashed my son, and there's nothing I can do about it.
You're telling me my around on you, Michael. It's not
I got a
true.
disease. There ain't no other way.
My son knows about the cheating, the STD, the gambling, the money situation. He knows just about everything. I've been so honest with my son because I believe my son should know. Our son doesn't buy Cindy's lies. He's caught on just like I am.
I caught you manipulating me a couple times lately, and I've been getting pissed about it.
Mike, put that down.
Yeah, because you don't want to show your true self because you're scared.
My mom was a manipulative wife. I trusted her whenever I was younger, but as I got older, I started catching on to her. My mom needs to confess to all she's done.
Mike's had our 12-year-old son spy on me. He has asked our son to follow me around. He's also asked him to see who I'm talking to on the phone. My son's called me a liar, manipulator, all the things that my husband's called me. I'm totally devastated with my relationship with my son right now. I haven't spoken to him in over 5 weeks.
You're a freaking liar! Leave!
I don't want my mom in my life. My mom texts me, love you, hope I get to talk to you soon. But I don't reply. That makes me mad because I don't want to talk to her.
My son to know that I love him and miss him so much. But this mom didn't do these things. I just want him to trust and believe me too.
Well, I'm glad to get to meet you. I've been out in another room talking to your folks, but we're talking about adult things out there, so I didn't think it was appropriate to have you there, being as you're 12, right?
Yeah.
So you're right now living with your dad, right?
Yeah.
How's that working for you?
It's working perfectly
okay?
fine.
Getting along all right?
Yeah.
How's your relationship with your mom?
Me and my mom used to be really close, but now I'm really mad at her.
What about?
She left over money.
She left over money?
Yeah. She said that she was going to take out her pension money to help us, and then she left.
You know a lot about this.
Yeah, I've been filled in on everything
Yeah.
practically.
Yeah, who fills you in?
My dad, because I've been drug into it from the beginning.
How did it start?
It started over my mom lying about a party.
Up until a couple of years ago, you and your mom were very close, right? You said
Yeah,
you
me and
got
my
along
mom were
really
very
well.
close.
You loved her a lot and all. Do you love her
Yeah.
now?
I just lost a lot of respect for her.
You've gotten really upset with your mom and kind of yelled at her and all, right?
Yeah, I have gotten mad at my mom. And
Take a look at this piece of tape. You're in it.
Sign your freaking paper, leave!
Put that camera
No,
down.
you agreed to this. You told me and him you would sign these papers.
What paper? Why do you
You
think I have
already
you
said it.
fill it out? You said it. And I'm starting to get a headache from yelling at you.
Okay,
So leave!
What do you think about that as you see yourself doing that?
I think that she needed to leave because she was causing a major problem.
And how was she doing that?
She would just keep arguing. Me and my mom and my dad weren't getting anywhere.
Okay.
It just never would have gotten solved if she wouldn't have left.
Okay, we have another tape here.
I know you're a freaking liar! So leave! Leave!
Get out of our lives. We want you gone. We're tired of the turmoil. Get out of here. Get out. We want you gone.
Mom, get out!
You're seeing yourself screaming at your mother. Does that seem wrong to you in any way?
It
Or does
does.
it seem justified because she wouldn't leave?
It does in a way, but she would never quit arguing.
Do you worry about money?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you worry most about?
About losing my house.
What do you think would happen if y'all lost your house?
We'd lose everything.
That's pretty scary for a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
You've seen your dad yelling and screaming at your mom and being really upset. Does that bother you?
It bothers me that my mom gets defensive because my dad starts out talking, and then my mom starts raising her voice and getting defensive and holding up her arms and knocking things out of my dad's hands. And it just gets me really mad.
At your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's he so upset with her about, besides the party?
Marital problems and
what?
money. My mom cheated on him and gave him an STD.
And how do you know that?
My dad had a STD because I saw there were files of it. And apparently, from what I've heard, a doctor gave my mom a fake name. And Walgreens keeps calling the house, telling her to pick up her medicine.
I just want to tell you a couple things that I'd like you to think about.
Uh,
First off, your mother and your father both love you very much.
I know that.
And sometimes adults see things differently. One will think A is true and the other will think B is true. And sometimes they'll clash and get upset with each other. And that's just what people do in relationships. Sometimes they have differences of opinion. And I want you to understand that none of that's your fault.
I understand that.
It's really not. I mean, none of that's your fault. And I'm making every effort to try to get that situation calmed down. And I know you're getting along with your dad right now and not your mom. And I think I'm going to try to talk your dad into handling some things differently. But don't ever doubt that he loves you very, very much. And your mother loves you just as much. And I want you to kind of be the hero in this situation and really try to get back together in that relationship with your mother, because sometimes people have opinions, but things aren't always the way they seem. And I think your mom may be getting a little bit of a bum rap here, and I think your dad may be having a lot of frustration here, but they both mean well and they both love you very, very much, and you're very blessed to have two parents that care so much about you. Listen, I'm really proud to meet you.
Thanks. I am too.
You're a good-looking kid and you're plenty smart, so
Thanks.
hopefully we can calm things down at home for you, okay?
So this is shocking and heartbreaking. The things that this child is saying, I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. This child is parroting everything that his father has told him. And he's just spewing it out with this vitriol towards his mother. And you can tell that he's in pain. He says he and his mom used to have a great relationship. And I'm sure as a child, he longs and yearns for his mommy, but you see the video of how he disrespects her. And when he's shown the video, he makes excuses as to why he should be yelling and screaming at her. This is just really frightening. and sad, and this father is very much abusive, and this is incredibly inappropriate, and I am deeply saddened for this son, and I am disturbed. But let's see what happens next.
Back with Cindy and her husband, Mike. I have just come from the green room where I spoke to their delightful son. You watched the conversation, right?
Sure.
I wanted to hear what he had to say. And you see, the problem with kids getting pulled into adult issues is, remember I said I've got 2 rules? One, you never ask him to deal with adult issues. He says, I'm afraid we're going broke, we're going to lose our house.
Yes.
We're going to lose everything. We're going to be on the street. I said, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? And he said, yeah, so that scares me. I'm worried about it. So here we have a 12-year-old child that has no ability to affect the outcome, but is worried that his whole world is going to collapse and fall down around him. That is beyond inappropriate burden to put on a child.
Correct.
I then heard him recite to me everything you believe about his mother. And he said he saw documents and files on this chlamydia, that we've got this STD. I've seen the files on it. It's there. We've got it. You know, she hid it. She lied. She used a fake name. They're calling up over there trying to deliver medicine to treat her, and she lied, and she won't leave.
No, we're not
and she
saying
won't
all
sign
that.
the papers. That's what he said.
Yes, but he didn't see the files. I didn't show him that
That's
paperwork.
what
Right.
he
Yes,
said.
but I didn't show him them paperwork. If
That's
he saw it.
what
Correct.
he
I heard
said.
That.
Which,
Correct.
and let me tell you,
Yes.
perception is reality.
Correct. I understand that.
Your attitude, I believe, is if you say something long enough and loud enough, it becomes the truth. But I'm not affected that way. I don't care how long you say it or how loud you say it. You either have the science to back it up or you don't, and you don't. He doesn't know that, but I do. And you didn't hear me saying critical about you, correct? I'm very careful when I talk to children. And I want him to rekindle his relationship with you. And I said, I think your mother's getting a bum rap here. I think everything is the way it seems. But the problem with kids is they only know what you tell them. And you see things through your filter, and you believe it to be true, so you present it as the truth. He trusts you, so he treats it as the truth. If what he hears from you is what a no-good, lying, cheating, manipulating, selfish person his mother is there any other way for him to feel? And the answer is no, and that's parental alienation, and that is bad. So I hate that that's where we are with him. What do you want to see happen in this family, in this situation, in your relationship with Mike?
Dr. Phil, I love my husband, but we cannot continue to go through with the way things have been going. It can't stay like this. It has to stop. We need to get some help.
In spite of everything he's said and done, you still say you love him.
I
And these
still do
money
love my
problems,
husband, yes.
Are you a gambler?
I never was before this period.
Okay, but now you started being, how much money have you lost?
Oh, I've lost probably 70, 80 grand on a boat. I've even banned myself from the boat.
Okay, so you've blown through 70 or 80 grand, which is a lot of money
A lot
for
of
you,
money.
right?
Yes, sir. A lot of money.
So now you're broke.
Yes, sir.
Because of you.
Yes.
Because of your gambling.
Yes, sir.
And what you were screaming at her, and her son was screaming at her to do, was to sign the papers to cash in your pension plan.
No.
Is that right?
He wanted me to cash in my pension plan, but I don't even know what those papers
No. The
were.
paperwork.
But he does want you to sign, he does want you to cash in your
Yes, sir.
pension plan.
Yes, sir.
Because he was saying, Mom won't help us, we need this. And he told me back there
Right.
that we were going to use that money, and now we're going to lose our house because of her. Right? Does he know that you lost the family's nest
yes.
egg on gambling?
Yes. He's heard all this fighting going on in the house.
He didn't
He's heard
mention
it all.
that.
He's heard it all.
Despite the fact that he's lost the family money, despite the fact that he is stalking you and accusing you and yelling at you and screaming at you and alienating your son,
Yes, I do still love my husband, but he has some serious problems going on that I think he needs help with.
okay, and what would you like to see happen here?
Well, I wanted my family back, but to sit here and listen to this, because I know my life. I know my life. And you're going to do this to me,
What did I do to
my
you?
kid,
This was all your
the
fault.
father I've been, the husband I've been all my life. And you're going to do this.
Okay, talk to me for a second.
Okay.
What is it she's doing?
She's turning this and manipulating the whole situation is what she's doing. She's turning this on me. She's still lying. She's not owning up to what she has done all her life. She is not owning up to what she is, how she has treated my son and I all our lives. She's not doing it.
What would make you happy today is if she confessed. You said you want a confession so you can start fresh.
I would love a confession out of this girl. I've been waiting all my life for her to open up.
And what is it you would like her to confess?
I want
Write it
her
out
to
for me in your
confess
head
right now of who you've been with. I want to know who you slept with.
Like,
I want to
haven't
know
slept
who you were with that
anyone.
October night. We were camping. My son and I were camping. I want to
wasn't
know.
with anyone, Michael.
And if you can't,
I
if you
wasn't
can't
with
prove-
anyone.
if
I
you
can't
finally
tell
be
you
true
enough.
to your heart,
I
your
have
heart
been
first.
true. You just don't believe
I
me
can't-
or trust me, Mike.
I can't
I'm
go any
not
farther,
lying
Cindy.
to you,
I love you
Mike.
more than anything in this world, and I would do anything. I would forget all of this.
I
would
have
be there
nothing
for
to
you. I would
tell
be
you,
your strength.
Michael.
I've tried to be your strength
I would not
all
have
your
let
life,
this
and you have
go
done
on
nothing but
if I
bash me.
cheated on you. I would have told you a long time ago instead of going through this with our
You
family.
did the same thing about the lie. You went on and on
Oh
and
my
on
God,
about the
Michael.
lie. Why was that little lie so important? Because it
my
covered
God.
up something
It did.
so
I was
major,
gone and went
Cindy.
somewhere for 2 hours.
Cindy, baby.
Like, I'm not lying to you. I
Cindy.
cannot make you believe me.
No, you can't.
I have
make,
tried
you can't
everything.
Make, you can't. I know my life. I
And
know
you
what I've
just
lived.
don't believe
I
me.
know what I've lived.
Okay. I want to talk to Mike for a few minutes here, and here's what I want you to do. Robin, would you please come up and get Cindy and have her come back there and sit with you for a minute? Just hang on. Robin will come get you here. Do you know my wife, Robin?
I do.
Yeah.
How are you?
This is my wife. Mike, this is my wife, Robin.
Hi, Robin.
I just want her to sit back there with Robin. Tell me what you're thinking and feeling right now.
Feeling just used all my life, just crushed. I've been an animal these 2 years. I've been somebody I haven't been all this my life.
Yeah. Well, I wanted your wife to step away for a minute. I want Cindy to step away because I want to talk to you undistracted.
Okay.
Whenever they alerted me that some guy was showing up at all the gates with boxes of evidence and he had driven halfway across the country, as opposed to the mail or whatever, I have a rule. Being on television every day, I have to maintain boundaries. And anytime anybody crosses one of those boundaries, they show up at my home or they go back through everything and try to find some way to find me in my private life. That seals their fate. I mean, they think they go around the machine and get to me, and they show up something taped to the gate at my house or something like that. That person, there's one thing they know for sure: they will never sit before me, because that just crosses boundaries. And you driving out here and doing all of that, I said, no way, I'm talking to this guy. Not going to happen. He's crossed the boundaries. And then I saw the tape of your son. And I said, well, you know what? The son didn't cross the boundaries, and he's the one that's suffering here more than anybody else. So I said, I'll do this story. I'll talk to you. I'll sit down and talk to you. But you remember, before I did, I even required them to have you write me a letter, because I had a sense how this was going to go. And here's the letter that I had Mike write to me before I agreed to see him. I would like to express my feelings on what I hope Dr. Phil can do for my family. That is to hear our story, tell me what he thinks our problems are, and get us the right help for my son, Cindy, and I. Tell me if what I am accusing Cindy of is all in my head, and help me understand what I need to do to be a better father and husband. If my accusations are true, help me understand who and what I'm dealing with, so I do the right things to give my family a healthy life. I understand Dr. Phil cannot fix our problems himself. However, he can give me the tools to do so. I know he will tell it like it is and guide our family in the right direction. I'm aware that I will be hearing things I may not like. However, that will not be the case. I will take his word like the man I am and learn from this. Thank you and your staff for your concerns for my family. Sincerely, Mike. I wanted an anchor before I agreed to sit down with someone that I think has a tendency to explain things away. First off, I want you to understand that even if you are 100% right in everything that you say about your wife, your obsessive behaviors and reactions are 100% wrong.
I understand that.
It's disproportionate, which tells me you've lost perspective. So if somebody here is creating a problem, it's you.
Okay.
Now, having said that, I do not believe, and I'm a pretty good judge of these things, I do not believe that your wife is cheating on you. I think the last thing she wants in her life is another man.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I'm just telling you, I don't believe, that's just my professional opinion. And you're saying unbelievable, unbelievable. Well, then don't believe it.
No, I
That's
understand.
okay. But I'm telling you,
Okay.
I do not believe that your wife is being unfaithful to you. I think you have become consumed by this.
I did.
I think
did.
you've lost focus on your life. And
did.
I think that it has gotten to the point that it is delusional. I don't think you need her to be perfect to be happy, but you've convinced yourself that you have to have a confession from her on something in order for you to move on. And that is just not true. What I'm interested in is what's really motivating this, because it is not her telling you about a party a couple of days later than she could have. That is not what's triggered this. It's not that she's cheating with somebody, because she isn't. You should be saying, then what the hell has got me so upset here? What I fear I create, you are destroying the family you think you are fighting so hard to maintain. You are the problem. Just think about that. If it's not her, if it has nothing to do with her, what could get you so out of control?
I know.
Because we agreed that your reaction is even if it's true, your reaction is wrong, correct?
Yes.
So what is it about you that you're having such a terrible reaction? People get divorces every day and don't go through all of this.
This girl is ready to walk out of my life in 12 days when I taped her, okay? She was ready to walk out of my life with my son like she did when I was younger.
Okay, now answer my question.
Okay, I don't want to
Now
be
answer
without
my
my
question.
son.
If it's not her, what is it about you that would make this happen?
If you say it's in my head, evidently
Well,
you
but
have
what
a
about it?
problem.
I mean, have you had trauma in your life? Have you been
This
betrayed
traumatized me.
before?
Before this, no, I have
You
not.
were just peachy.
No, I feel like I've been one hell of a man, one happy man. I wake up happy, I go to bed happy.
Listen, seriously,
No,
I
I'm
get that
thinking
is a
hard.
part
Okay.
of who he is. Because I don't care what you guys say, there's a part of you that thinks he's kind of a nice guy. There's a part of you that thinks he's kind of charming. Yes, no, there is. There is a part of him that I'll bet you, if he gets past this, you have the ability to be a good egg. You got the ability to be a good egg. But I'm going to tell you what I think's going on, okay? And you can poo-poo it and decide that I'm in on it with the doctor and that I'm a quack and all of that, or maybe I'm not really a doctor, I just play one on TV. But there's something called a personality disorder that's a cluster. A personality disorder is an enduring pattern of inner experience. That's important because so this comes from the outside in. You're not reacting to the world. It's inner experience. It's pervasive. It's inflexible. And it starts in early adulthood. It's stable over time, and it leads to distress. Now, we're talking about something that comes from the inside out, meaning you're not reacting to something. It came from the inside out. And one of the things in that cluster is paranoid personality disorder. Number one, suspects without sufficient basis that others are exploiting, harming, or deceiving him or her. Number two, preoccupied with unjustified doubts about the loyalty and trustworthiness of friends or associates. Number three, reluctant to confide in others because of an unwarranted fear that they could use information against him. Four, reads hidden, demeaning, threatening meanings into benign remarks or events. Persistently bears grudges. 6, perceives attacks on his or her character or reputation are not apparent to others. 7, has recurrent suspicions without justification regarding fidelity of spouse or partner. You're about 6.5 out of 7.
I don't see any of these things being a real part of my life other than these last 2 years. I just don't see it.
Is it possible that something has happened that's caused you to view the world through a filter that distorts it for
Oh,
you?
anything's possible. Anything's possible. I've always believed in that. Anything's possible. It's never too late. That's just my beliefs.
And if I'm right, this would be on my short list of considerations.
Good.
And if that's true, and you got treated for this, even if you did it preventatively, like your chlamydia, then maybe all of a sudden you would start to see things differently. Is it possible that you could do some work on yourself and change the way you perceive things? Because if you perceive what you believe what you're saying, I don't think you're making it up. I think you are 100% convinced of the things you say.
Yes, sir.
I think you are convinced that what you're doing with your son is proper and appropriate. I think you believe it all to be true.
Yes, sir.
But if it's not, and you could change your point of view, it would really give you what I think is your one and only chance to do 2 things. keep this marriage together. And 2, you would have an opportunity to preserve a relationship with and access to your son. Because if you don't change what you're doing, she's going to be gone and he's going to be gone. As our gift here to you, I am prepared to bring you extensive, thorough, multifaceted diagnostic workups and evaluations from which will flow appropriate treatment for you as an individual and you as a couple and a family, as my gift to you.
Okay.
And I think you need some help and support as a woman, and I want to provide that for you. So you're going to have a lot of work to do, just like he is.
Okay.
This isn't all about him. Now, when I say I want to get you some help, the first thing I want to do is fly you to Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
I want you to go to the PNP Center, which is one of the leading diagnostic and treatment centers in the country. They're going to evaluate you neurologically, biochemically, psychologically, hormonally. They're going to look at every aspect of who you are. This is our gift,
Thank you.
really, to your son.
Wow. Okay, that was a lot. So this is part 2 in a 2-part episode. In part 1, we learned that this man is paranoid and suspicious of his wife. He's decided in his mind that she's cheating on him, and she's clearly not. He claims that she gave him chlamydia, but he never actually took the test. He never took an STD test, and she did take a test, and her results came out negative. He claims that she is conspiring with the doctor in some sort of massive conspiracy, and the doctor provided notes saying that there were no symptoms. So this man is clearly delusional. I don't know if I mentioned in part 1 or not, thinking that he has a personality disorder, but I definitely felt that way. And I'm very glad that Dr. Phil is confirming my suspicions, even though he can't officially diagnose him in this capacity, but he's definitely behaving like he has not just paranoid personality disorder, he's got a lot of narcissism. His behavior seems to get very histrionic, very emotional. He was crying. Why on earth is this man crying when he's abusing his wife and son? It's shocking to me that she says she still loves him and wants to try to make it work if it's possible. Personally, I think she should run for the hills and take their child with her and maybe get a restraining order and try to block visitation because this man is a threat to their son. But she is an abuse victim at this point, so perhaps that's why she's still sticking around, and they've been together for like longer than 30 years. I mean, they met when they were 13, 14 years old. So he's been a constant presence in her life since she was just hitting puberty. So I guess then I'm not surprised that she doesn't want to leave. I am surprised that she left the son with him. I feel like she should have taken that child, and I still think she should take that child. It's wild to me that he's telling his son that his mother is responsible for them not having money, and now the son is concerned about losing their house, or as the son calls it, his house. But this man is the reason they don't have money. He gambled $70,000, $80,000 away. I don't even know what else to say about this. He needs help. She also needs help to address her self-esteem issues, her self-worth, and becoming independent of him fully, and trying to address her fractured relationship with her son. Because this child seems to really despise her now, and it's all because of the lies that his dad is telling him. Your mom cheated on me and gave me chlamydia. Who tells their child something like that? I don't know what else to say. Y'all let me know what you think about this. What do you think is wrong with this man? Have you experienced anything similar to this from another person? Do you yourself exhibit these behaviors? Does his behavior look familiar to you? What do you think should be done? Do you think she should get a divorce and take the son? I do. Why do you think he's so paranoid? I mean, Dr. Phil was trying to figure out what's in your past that has led you to this point, that triggered it, because it wasn't just her not telling him about a party immediately, because remember, that's what started this, right? She waited 2 extra days to tell him about a party. And from that point on, he turned into this monster. That makes zero sense. So clearly there's something going on in his background that he chose not to reveal because he clearly has zero insight into himself. So what do you guys think might be the cause of this? And what can they do? And what do you think the future holds for their son? You guys let me know. Drop it in the comments.